Friends, I'm Sajithan. Welcome back to my channel SciTech. In this video, I'll be doing the gaming comparison between the Redmi Note 9 Pro 5G, which is also called as the Mi-10i, versus a Realme X7 Pro device. The both phones are using the different kind of processor. So let's test the game which I'm going to use in this video is the Genshin Impact. So this is a very high data game, so which will be utilizing so much of the CPU and the GPU utilization as well. So in this video, I'll be going through the quick gameplay comparison between both of these processors. So one as the Snapdragon 750G and one as a Dimensity 1000 Plus processor. So this is a most requested comparison video between both of this processor. So just to compare what is the highest FPS you can actually get in both the phones by using the highest game possible. So right now I decided to use this kind of game, Genshin Impact only, and there are other games which requires a lot of CPU and GPU utilization as well. And in case if you do have those games in your mind, so make sure to comment below what is the highest game graphical utilization game, so which is possible. So make sure to comment below. So right now let me try to show you quickly the size of the Genshin Impact, which the game size is, as you can see, 8.53 GB, so which really consumes a lot of CPU and the GPU utilization. And right now let me quickly show you the about settings of both the phones, so you know exactly what kind of mobile I'm using right now. So as you can see, friends, Redmi Note 9 Pro, and which is also called as Mi-10i, so which has the same kind of Snapdragon 750G processor and Dimensity 1000 Plus processor on this Realme X7 Pro. So recently I started to upload so many videos on the Realme X7 Pro, and so many people, they are really interested only in this particular phone because of the Dimensity 1000 Plus processor. So I do have the Dimensity 800U with me as well, so which is from the Realme X7 or Realme 7 or Realme Q2. The right now, by the time I'm making this video, the naming is not confirmed, so I don't know what the naming the Realme gonna choose in India. So I did have the Dimensity 800U processor, so I'll try to test the Dimensity 800U as well in case if you are interested. So make sure to comment below what kind of testing you like. And first let me test the FPS count in the Realme X7 Pro by using the maximum settings and medium settings as well. I'll try to show you the exact settings what I'm using right now. So let me quickly show you the game experience about this Realme X7 Pro. And even this Snapdragon 750G is also quite powerful, friends. In the initial days I did underestimate, but it's very close to the premium end segment, but not it cannot be replacing a high processor, but definitely for the mid-range it's definitely worth of buying this phone. I'll come to this phone later on. So first let me deal with this Realme X7 Pro device. So the Realme X7 Pro, the Dimensity 1000 Plus processor, so far no issues at all, everything works fine and good. So I have been using for more than 50 days with this phone, and during my experience with this phone, I didn't have any issues, zero issues with the processor. So overall it turns to be quite interesting processor as well in terms of handling high-end games so far. So right now I'm playing the Genshin Impact, as you can see here. So let me quickly show you the real-time FPS, how much I'm getting. As you can see, the CPU and the GPU utilization as well during this time of gaming. So 60 FPS it's trying to maintain, 60, 56, as you can see, 61. So in the Realme phones, there is no inbuilt FPS meter which is visible every time. So whereas in the Redmi Note 9 Pro and in Poco phones, they do have this kind of real-time FPS count meter, so which is always available whenever you are trying to play the game. So if I want to show you the FPS meter, every time I need to swipe from the left or right by using the default FPS count meter. So right now it's maintaining around 60 FPS. So overall the graphics seems to be very good, and it was pretty much handling everything. As you can see, even when I am trying to move around, everything was fine. And having the dual speaker setup is also really another good advantage in both the phones, so which also helps you to get the very good immersive experience while playing this kind of gaming. So I'm just showing you the basic gaming experience, friends. I am not going to the in-depth about this. I just want to show you the FPS, how much it's trying to maintain toward the game. As you can see, 51 FPS it was at right now. 54 FPS, as you can see, friends. So overall, during this kind of gameplay, everything is good. And let me quickly show you the settings, graphics, what I'm trying to use here. And let me go to the graphics. As you can see, these with I think medium settings I'm trying to use here. So let me quickly change everything to high. So I'm trying to change everything to the highest level as possible. As you can see, highest. So high. As you can see, friends, everything was set to the high here. So now let me be back to the game experience. So what happens if you set everything to the high? Will the phone be able to handle or not? So I think the phone was handling pretty good. So as soon as I change the settings, I can actually feel the difference, friends. Normally in the mid-range segment mobile phones, if you want to try. So if the processor is not so good, you can actually feel the difference before and now. But right now it seems to be working pretty good. Even the footsteps or the water, everything is detecting good. So let me quickly show you the FPS count meter as well, how much it's gonna be here. As you can see, the highest value right now, the GPU utilization is close to 99%. As you can see, friends. And FPS was trying to maintain around 55 and 50 FPS. So I was unable to show you the real-time FPS meter, but whenever I see the FPS count, it's staying around 50. Above 50, it's trying to stay. So 52, as you can see, friends. As you can see here. So now let me try to show you the same kind of settings. If you use the highest settings, what will be the FPS count in this phone? Will it try to remain close to this or not? So let me quickly start playing the game in this Redmi Note 9 Pro 5G phone. Let me open the Genshin Impact. As you can see, friends, this is the phone I'm using, Redmi Note 9 Pro 5G. So let me show you quickly. So what's gonna happen if you are trying to play at high settings? So the Realme phone was able to handle pretty much highest settings possible as well. So it's close to 55 FPS it's trying to maintain, but not less than 50 FPS. It's not less than 50, but always more than 50 itself in the Realme phone with the Dimensity 1000 Plus processor. So let's see what's going to happen in this Redmi Note 10 Pro with the Snapdragon 750G processor. So how will the phone going to perform? So let's see right now what will be the difference. Even this phone has got the dual speaker setup, so which is also another good advantage. And this is a real-time FPS meter, so you can focus exactly what FPS we are getting while playing the game. So instead of every time swiping on the left or right in the phone, so these are very good example which the Realme they need to improve in terms of adding this kind of inbuilt FPS meter instead of relying on the third-party FPS meters. So coming from the Dimensity 1000 Plus to this phone, I can feel it's not smooth. So when I'm trying to move around, I can feel it. The animations and everything is little bit lag, but not as smooth as the Dimensity 1000 Plus processor, definitely. And you can see the real-time FPS meter as well, 32 FPS it's trying to maintain. So let me quickly show you the graphics settings and let me change the highest value possible. So this with the medium graphics and FPS count I set to 60, but still it maintaining only 35 around FPS. So let me set to the high. So what happens if you set everything to the high in this Snapdragon processor? So the highest value as possible, as you can see, friends. Everything to the maximum. So let's see how well the phone will perform right now. So it's coming around 27 FPS and 32 FPS, you can see. So overall, friends, one thing I did understand is that the Dimensity 1000 Plus processor is quite powerful enough to give the very good FPS count and stable FPS count, always maintaining 50 FPS throughout the gameplay test. So that is one thing which I did find out while gaming in this Realme X7 Pro. As you can see right now, it's not the smooth animations is going on in the phone. It's kind of a little bit blurry kind of animations going on. And 32 FPS. Overall friends, is the FPS difference between the both phones comparing. So obviously the genshin impact, as I said, it's a very high graphic oriented game. It's definitely need a very good processor. So the Dimensity 1000 Plus is the ultimate winner, and with scoring a 55, maintaining the 55 FPS on average. So whereas the Redmi Note 9 Pro maintaining the average around 31 FPS and 32 FPS throughout the time. So this is a quick gameplay comparison, and for more comparisons, make sure to subscribe and follow me regularly. And thank you for watching this video friends, and see you in the next video. Until then, bye.